Hello, just Gem here and welcome, or indeed welcome back to my channel. It's new makeup releases time. It's come around pretty quick and I think that's partly because of the fact that I haven't filmed all of the videos I'm supposed to have filmed in between now and the last time I did this. But yeah, life has been lifing. Life is still lifing. I'm still tired. But those makeup releases, they just won't quit, so here we are again. Once again, in no particular order, and I'm going to scoot to the side so I can once more put them in this vicinity. Alter Ego. Alter Ego are known for rather shamelessly duping high-end brands, in particular Natasha Denona. And if I am not mistaken, their latest release, Sundown, is a dupe of Natasha Denona's My Dream palette. So that would be a no for me because I have the My Dream palette, so it would seem a bit redundant to purchase a dupe of said palette. If I didn't have My Dream, or if I was on a budget, I probably would get the Sundown palette. But I say that because as an owner of that Natasha Denona palette and it being one of my favourites, I don't know that I would know that it would be one of my favourites if I didn't have it in my collection already. But if you have been eyeing the Natasha Denona My Dream palette and it's out of your price range, I would definitely say maybe try out Alter Ego. I'm not familiar with their formula, so if anyone is, please comment down below to let the rest of us know for sure. From what I've seen of other people doing side-by-side comparisons, the quality's up there. So I would say if you've had your eye on My Dream, but it would be a bit of a splurge, Sundown from Alter Ego might be a nice alternative. Rude Cosmetics. It's deja vu all over again because I feel is it Bratz that everyone keeps doing? Well, I mean, this is Bratz, but I'm sure Colourpop have done Bratz, and then I feel like even not the last new makeup releases, but the one before, someone else had some kind of Bratz collection. I mean, I guess it looks kind of cute, but like they've got these mini eyeshadow palettes that are in like flip phone compacts, which I have to say is pretty adorable. I have tried Rude Cosmetics. In fact, I tried to film with a palette of theirs and I accidentally deleted the footage, so that would have gone up, and I haven't got around to refilming with that palette again. Couldn't tell you for the life of me what it was called off the top of my head, but I remember quite liking it. It was unusual because I think most, if not all, of the shimmers were satiny almost. And these are cute, but no. I think maybe if you've got any tweens, some of these could be good stocking fillers for any tweens that you might happen to have in your family. As a person of my age, I think I would skip on this collection, as cute as it is. Wayne Goss is more brushes, again, deja vu. I'm not going to lie, I would be annoyed if I had bought that red travel Christmas set that he released, because this set that he's releasing with John Lewis, in my opinion, is way better. Way better. I don't know what the price point was for those red-handled travel brushes, but I know that these John Lewis ones are £77. It's a really nice sage green. The handles and the ferrule, they're all like this really nice sage green colour. I've got a bit of a brush obsession, and this one especially made me do a double take. I sat and I'm rewatching it now. I did a screen record of Wayne's announcement video where he's showing them all, which is here now. They do look lovely and they're supposed to mimic goat hair, and they do look really, really nice, but I just don't need any brushes, as beautiful as these brushes are. But yeah, I would be annoyed if I'd bought that holiday red set and then these had come out, because I think these are more versatile. They've got a longer handle, and I just find that with brushes, a longer handle is just easier to work with. I'm going to put this in yes if money were no object, because I do not need brushes, but I think these are rather stunning brushes, and I kind of want them, but I can't justify buying them with the amount of brushes that I currently own. So yes, if money were no object, as beautiful as they are. A limited edition as well. I probably regret not picking them up. Let's see, if they're still around January payday, which is not beyond the realms of possibility, then I might splurge. But for now, yes, if money were no object would be the category. And yes, it is 7 brushes, kind of 4 eye brushes and 3 face brushes. Gourmand Girls Cosmetics. So they've released Frozen Kiss, and it's a very icy colour story, as you can see. Lots of blues, splash of pink, splash of mauve, an almost black shade. Like, I don't think that's a true black. It's pretty, and the blue lover in me instantly, I was on high alert. I was intrigued, and much like I'll do these together because Bella Beauté Bar, I think when I did the last one, they had announced they were doing a palette, but they hadn't revealed it yet. Had they revealed who the collab was with? I'm not sure. It's someone called Sassy Fairy, who I'd never heard of before, but that doesn't mean anything. I've never heard of a lot of people, but I hadn't come across Sassy Fairy before. And I'm saying Sassy Fairy, I'm like, is that the right name, or I'm just making it up? Yeah, no, Sassy Fairy, that's correct. Realm of Fairies is the name of the palette, and I'm lumping them together because they've got a very similar colour story, and as a lover of blue, they both jumped out at me. They've got similar-ish, I mean, they're blues, you know, and the reason I'm not picking up either of them is because I've got Winter Wonderland, and that would be my cautionary tale to you. If you've got Winter Wonderland, I would skip Realm of Fairies and Frozen Kiss. I just don't think you would need either of them if you've got Winter Wonderland. As for whether I would get Frozen Kiss or Realm of Fairies, I don't know yet, because Bella Beauté Bar's Realm of Fairies has got 15 shades, Gourmand Girls has got 14 shades, but I haven't tried either brand yet, so I don't know what their formulas are like. I do now have Calavera, so I will be trying that hopefully sooner rather than later, but until that point I could only base it on colour story, and if I'm only basing it on colour story, I would say Frozen Kiss just edges it for being a bit more versatile, potentially. So I think it would have to be a decision I would make based on the formula, and I'm not familiar with either formula yet, so I don't know. But no to both of those palettes, because I've got Winter Wonderland, and that's close enough to both of them to satisfy that particular blue colour story. It's a very sort of Christmassy blue themed palette, like all 3 of them are, which makes sense because Winter Wonderland was the Christmas palette for Cosmic last year, and these 2 appear to be the Christmas palettes for Gourmand Girls and Bella Beauté Bar. Ensley Rain have got these absolutely adorable 6-pan palettes, Nutty by Nature, What the Fox, and Happy Go Lucky. For the cuteness factor alone, I would want them. Just for that. The Nutty by Nature colour story is like it's a squirrely colour story in a sextuplet. It's that shade, squirrely, looks beautiful. It does look beautiful. And so does Secret Stash, actually. Those 2, I think, even though it's only 6 shades, that's pretty versatile. You could do some pretty striking and different looks with that. That's cute, I like that. Even just maybe blending out Forget Me Nut in your crease, and then putting what does that say? Nutty Neighbour all over the lid. That could look very autumnal and nice. What the Fox, it's got green, it's got two gorgeous looking shimmers, it's got a deep brown. They're actually really cute little cohesive colour stories within each of these. And annoyingly, I seem to have cropped out how much these are. I don't know how much they would be, but it's Ensley Rain, so probably eye-wateringly expensive. Should we see if we can find out? $32. Is $32 a lot for a £6 palette? What's that in sterling? Let me have a quick look. £25 for 6 shades. For £3 more, I can get a Cosmic Brushes £20 palette. That's expensive for 6 shades, isn't it? But I'm not surprised because it's Ensley Rain and they're an expensive brand. So they would be yes if money were no object, just because I think they're adorable. I really do. I think they're so cute. I think they're lovely little cohesive little colour stories. I think they've done well there. I'd be curious to know if they've used them. I think that looks like art rather than AI. Oh, but they are adorable. Oh, I've got the little picture of the bunny. Oh. Yeah, I mean, yes, I want them all, but I'm not prepared to spend $32 slash £25. And plus there's the fact that buying them and getting them to me, it would cost even more. So, no. Yes, if money were no object, but apart from that. MBA Cosmetics. The colour story is very festive. No pricing and no swatches yet. I mean, I'd be curious to see the swatches. They look as if they would be pretty stunning, but I dread to think how much that would be if those Ensley Rain ones are $32 each. 2 duochromes, 1 holographic, 1 multi-chrome, 1 high shine metallic, 1 sparkle metallic. I'd be curious to see the swatches, but no. It's very, very Christmassy. Very Christmassy. And I think that's obviously mainly because of Mistletoes and Rosy Nose. That's quite cute names. The rest of them, I mean, all of them you could use it all year round, to be fair. You don't have to put the green and the red together. I'm not convinced by that packaging with the gnome with lots of facial hair and beady little eyes. That's a bit weird. But I think, as I mentioned in that Kyma Cosmetics Skulls and Roses review, I can handle somewhat questionable packaging if the contents inside is going to be stellar. Then I can let dodgy packaging go. I don't know, some people might think that's cute, but it's not for me. So no, that's a no from me. What have we got next? So Notoriously Morbid, they've got their entry into the festive palette collection. Merry Mean one, with some very festive tones in there, some very sparkly shades, pop of red, pop of green, sort of your typical Christmas themes. I'd want to see swatches. Yes, it's a palette you could use all year round, but I think it's almost too festive. It's leaned too much into that, and it's not necessarily one that I would go for. Looking at those swatches, I'm not wowed. I do, on the other hand, really like the look of the lippies in that collection. And I love the names. Jingle Hell Rock, Sleigh Bells Ring, but Sleigh spelled S-L-A-Y. All the jingle ladies, A Berry Little Christmas. I would want all of those just for the names. I think they're brilliant. A Berry Little Christmas looks stunning. That's a beautiful colour. I'd love to see how that would look on a deep skin tone. That's really nice. And then they've got the glosses. Peach on Earth, You Don't Slay, Be Merry and Bright, and Po Ho Ho. Just for the names, I want all the lip products. But I can take or leave the rest of it. I genuinely might see about picking up some of those lip products. Well, I want to see them demonstrated on more people and more skin tones, and then I'll decide. But I really like those lip products. I really do. The palette, no. I'm glad I saw the swatches. That not even if money were no object. They're not wowing me, and maybe those pictures just aren't doing it justice. That wouldn't surprise me, but no. Who's next? Angie and Jessica. She's got her own brand, Singe Beauty, and they are releasing their first ever eyeshadow palette. And I've heard a lot of people saying it's like a great extension of the collab that she did with, I want to say it's Kaleidos, and the name has completely escaped me. This kind of colour story, to be fair, is right up my street. That's a palette I could rock with. That is. Okay, it's $45. That's not bad, actually. That isn't bad. Okay, got to do the conversion to sterling. £35. Yeah, that's reasonable. That's not bad, actually, for an indie brand eyeshadow palette. I would put that in yes if money were no object. Thinking about getting it to me and how much extra that's going to be and how much Monolith would inflate the price, etc, etc. I'm going to wait till I see some more swatches, and I'm going to see if I can dupe this. I imagine by this point I would be able to. I do really like that. Yes, if money were no object. Sugar Drizzle. $40. I mean, the swatches look pretty. It's not your typical festive colour story, I'll give it that. I don't know, it's missing something for me. It does have some really pretty shades in there. The shade in the middle, which is like the multicoloured multichrome, that's obviously to kind of draw you in. No, it would be a no for me. It's very pretty to look at, but it's not a good enough standalone palette, so I don't know how often I would reach for something like that, so that would be a no from me. This really caught my eye, and I'm not normally a lover of neutral colour stories or heavily brown toned colour stories, but this Give Me Glow collection, the teddy bear collection, is adorable, and I basically love everything about it. I love everything about it. I think the glosses are cute, and then there are these lip duos, like these like a liquid lipstick and pencil liner kits. I think I'd probably only be interested in Snuggles Bear Hug. Snuggles is the liner, Bear Hug is the lippy. But again, I'd want to see that on a deeper skin tone to see how deep that actually is. Because if it's bang on my skin tone, I don't know if I'd like that. I'd need it to be deeper. And that palette, the shimmers in there, I think it's just a beautiful, rich, nude, deep colour story. That's nice. Yes, if money were no object to the whole lot, to be honest. If money were no object. If I was like seriously considering a purchase, the palette, yes, definitely, because I'd be curious to try the formula. Really, really curious, and I would love to see how those shimmers actually appear on the eye. The deepest lip kit, I'd seriously consider that. Some of these glosses, I think I'd have to kind of look at them a little bit more, but Brownie Bear and Caramel Cuddles, I think, are the ones that stand out to me. Oh, even Sweet Sparkles. Is it Sweet Sprinkles even. Everything about this collection is aesthetically pleasing. It looks stunning. This is kind of, I think, the release of this period for me. Who knew that one could be so excited over a brown toned palette? So nice. Love it. What's Up Beauty have got these blusher bronzers. No. Maybe I'm writing them off too quick. I want to see them demoed and then I can decide. Just looking at them, it doesn't look as if there's... I don't know how they would appear on a deeper skin tone, so I'd want to see them demoed before I could pass any kind of comment. They look interesting. I love the marbled effect of the powder in the pan. Oh, is that it? Oh, I don't know if they'd go deep enough. Maybe Gentle Genova 40 would work. Oh, please, Miriam, it hasn't bronzed shit. Am I missing something here? Okay, I'm gonna... You tell me. Maybe I need to adjust the prescription on my contact lenses here. Where? What? Maybe it's because I want you to be able to see my blush and my highlight from space or something, but that's just no. Yeah, I'm not seeing it there. But if you can see something, let me know, because I can't. MBA Cosmetics Desert Witch. I kind of like that, you know. Let me see if there were swatches of this, because Hex and Outpost, is one of them a shimmer? And if not, why are they both there? Okay, Hex is a shimmer. Okay, that makes more sense. That's nice. That kind of falls into that same category as that Teddy collection palette. This is perhaps more versatile, but I don't know this. I'm still just drawn to that Teddy palette. This is nice. $48. 2 multi-chromes, 4 shimmers, 6 mattes. £38. Let's call it £38. I feel like Cosmic Brushes spoils us because it's £28 for 20 shades and it's really good quality. And I'm trying to think, like a Nomad palette. How much is a Nomad palette? Off the top of my head, I think they tend to be about 45, don't they? So that's about 35 quid, but then I'd also wouldn't have to pay anywhere near as much getting it to me. Yes, if money were no object. Yes, if money were no object. I like that colour story. It's like a spicy neutral. It's your typical spicy neutral. I do like that. Gosh, there's a gem in a parallel universe who's like swimming in eyeshadow palettes, isn't she? She's just having the best time. Light Scatters. Cleona Cosmetics, I think that's how you pronounce it. Not tried anything from them, but I hear really, really good things. And this is in collaboration with Bad to the Brow. I'm just going to go ahead and say yes if money were no object. It's not one I'm going to seek out, but if I had a bottomless pit of money, this is something I would see myself grabbing. Oh. I don't know about these now. I don't know, now I'm looking at these swatches, I don't know if this is something I would want. Like, it's pretty, but it's pretty and everything, but you would just always have to remember to pull it out with something else. Like, it wouldn't be a standalone palette. And I'm lazy, so I don't always want to... Like, if you're sitting at home and you're playing around with makeup, fine, but I'm thinking if I want to travel or if I'm pulling out palettes or a palette to do my makeup, I wouldn't want to think, oh well, I want to use that, but let me also pull out Undergrowth because it's got some matte greens and browns in there that I'd probably want to pair with this. Like, you just have to think more, and who wants to do that? I don't. So that's somewhere firmly in between yes if money were no object and no. Glamlight Willy Wonka palette. Heavily features one of my 3 favourite eyeshadow colours, purple. It's Willy Wonka, of course it's going to feature a lot of purple. That's nice. I really like that a lot. And I don't think I actually have anything that's like that. Could I dupe it? Quite possibly. It would take multiple palettes, I think, though. But there are definitely, like, there's a shimmer... Yeah, like the shimmer Willy Wonka, I genuinely don't think I have anything like that. That looks nice. As does Sugarcane. Wonka Vision looks like it would be incredible as an inner corner highlight. Why is the shade Chocolate Purple? And Fudge is Gold. Interesting. I feel like I want that. I might have to get that, you know. Glamlight did have a sale, so this is a new release anyway, so I don't think it would have been 40% off for Black Friday. In fact, I know it wasn't because I filled up my basket to see, but I never actually ordered anything. But they were having a 25% off site-wide, and it included this. Watch this space because Future Gem might have this. She won't have it until February if she purchases it now, but it may well be an addition to the collection. Molten Metals from Gloss Gods. Again, it's that spicy kind of neutral palette. It's not like an earth-shattering colour story, I think the kicker's probably going to be in the formula there. Because, I mean, I know those are computer generated, those arm swatches, but those shimmers look... Should we see if there's some real swatches yet? Because they look nice. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I thought. Especially that fiery shade in the middle. I think it's called copper, actually. Yes, if money were no object. But I'd still want that teddy one more. I think you could do a bit more with that. But that looks nice. That looks really nice. I do kind of want to see what the mattes look like swatched out. But based on the shimmers alone, yeah. Yes, if money were no object. And last, but by no means least, Glaminatrix Cosmetics are also releasing a collection of sextuplet palettes. There's a green one, a blue one, a purpley one, and a fiery sort of orangey brown one. They probably have names. Should we find out what their names are? They're going to be expensive, aren't they? Elegant Eyes, Entrancing Eyes, Exquisite Eyes, and Elevated Eyes. They do look nice. Yes, if money were no object. I really want to try Glaminatrix. I really want to try the formula. I hear lots and lots and lots of good things about them. I just need to settle on which one I'd want to get, I think. So it may not be that I would get one of these £6. 55 Australian dollars. What's that? It is about 35 US dollars and 28 pounds. 28 pounds, 6 shades. Again, cosmic brushes, 28 pounds, 20 shades. You can get the whole collection for 200, so all of them, £100 or 128 US dollars. So yeah, I mean, yes, if money were no object, but as we've established, Gem in this universe does not have a money pit. I would have thought that for the month of December releases would slow down, because I'm not being funny, who's still got the funds to be buying all of this when Christmas season is almost upon us? We've just had Black Friday, which, if you're anything like me, you might have gone a little bit crazy during. So between buying yourself stuff and buying other people stuff during the sales for Christmas presents, etc., if you've got family with birthdays at this time of year as well, December, I think, is an expensive month for a lot of people. I just thought that they would slow down. I really did. I don't think I'm going to do another new makeup releases in 2 weeks' time, because one, who in their right mind is going to be releasing stuff when we're all broke? And two, it would be Christmas Eve, and I don't think anyone's going to want to watch me talk about new makeup releases on Christmas Eve. In fact, I'm planning on taking a break, so I need to sit down and map all of this stuff out of when I'm going to film and when I'm going to upload for the rest of this month. These new makeup releases, they're not snowing down. Snowing down? They're not slowing down for anyone, it would seem. I'd be curious to know what the sales of the products around this time of year are actually like. I think I mentioned in my last video, they're probably just trying to sneak in there to be people's Christmas presents, aren't they? That's the only logical explanation. So maybe it's going to be January that's going to be the month where things really dry up and there'll be fewer makeup releases. Or maybe they'll be counting on people having Christmas money, you know, that people have been given vouchers, so they'll release more stuff. I don't know. Maybe there isn't a time of year where makeup releases slow down at all. Perhaps that was wishful thinking. So if you were hoping not to be bombarded with new releases at some point, tough luck, really, to be honest. Yeah, so that was just my little deep dive into some of the recent and upcoming releases, what I think about them, and whether or not I would pick any of them up. I think the only kind of really serious contenders are that Teddy collection and that Wonka Glam Light palette. Like, I feel like that's going to be in my dreams now. I think it's really pretty. I might have to pick that up. I'm going to find some reviews on YouTube and then I'll make a final decision. I'm going to go and make myself a cup of tea, and I'm going to take this makeup off, which I bloody love, by the way. It's so pretty. It's Wild Atlantic Way, if you haven't watched my last video. Why does your makeup always slap when you've got nowhere to go? And I feel like pants. Anyway, sorry. Just keeping you waiting here. As always, thank you for taking the time to watch, especially today. If you've made it this far, you've got the patience of a saint. I've been particularly long-winded today and I apologise for that. I'm hoping to be on fighting form next time I film, whenever that may be. Hopefully it will be soon, and I'll see you then. Take care. Bye.